This is episode 153 of the OVW podcast, the original podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling. My name is Jackman Oaks.
My name is Brian Allen.
Together, our knees are out. Together, we are the Big Zinc Boys. Together, we are the Slow Motion Tag Team. Oh, yeah. We are the podcast broadcast team here at the OVW podcast. Today, we're getting into all of the action from OVW Race for the Crown 2026. Broadcast in Fowling Warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio on August 15th of that same year, my birthday. But first, Brian Allen.
Hello.
No, actually.
Okay.
But first, Tiny Brian, say hello, please.
Hello, please.
I got to turn that. That's 2
Hang
weeks
on,
in a
there we
row.
go.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
That's now a trend, yeah. Hi, hello, please. I'm Tiny Brian. I'm your executive producer. And I have a camera now, and no one really knows why. But hello. Good to see you. Now, go back.
Now, Brian Allen.
Hey, what's up?
You went to Race for the Crown.
Yes, somehow, some way.
How was your weekend? How was your weekend up to and including Race for the Crown?
It was a great weekend and big help because of this show that went on. I had you already know I had a trip to Hazard early in the morning.
Yeah,
very early in the morning, 5 o'clock ish, and had to stay there for the first part of the day, and then booked it back up here. And I said, we're going to that show. You know, the time in Hazard didn't end quite like you wanted, so I was like,
hardly ever does.
So
Hazard is not a place where dreams come true.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Unless
fair.
Your last name is Duke.
The way. Yeah, we're learning the way. Huge thanks to this show because I was like, we're getting some dopamine today. We didn't get it down in Hazard, so we're gonna get it up in Cincy.
It looked like a really fun crowd. It looked like a fun environment.
Yes, it was that function, that operation. First time hearing about it, first time going to it. But it was it's an awesome venue.
What is it?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing actually.
So I mean, it's like I guess they have a certain area. You know, that night it was OVW going on, but just like a designated area for any kind of show event,
a quote unquote events space.
Yeah, event space. I like that. On one side, and then the other side, I don't know if they're doing that every night there, but they had it was like a bowling alley where they had all these different like sets of pins.
Like did they have the track that returned the ball back? Did the pins get picked up by a machine?
So I say that where it wasn't actually like bowling alley where like you have all the machinery and stuff.
It's like duck pin bowling?
You had just a bunch of sets of pins. And then it looks like the objective was, not bowling ball but football. And people could go over there and play their own game and everything and do that. They had like 10 of those set up.
Yeah, I think that's what Dainty Fest is about, is that game.
Something something kind of like that. And
Dainty Fest is something different. It's its own weird ass thing.
Oh, okay.
Dainty Fest, you have to knock a weirdly shaped piece of metal up in the air and then hit it with a bat for distance. Yeah. And you can't practice.
Same thing.
Yeah, you can only do it in that moment, and if you're caught practicing, you're not allowed to compete.
Wow, different flavors of weird.
Same thing
is going on. Yeah.
Louisville's weird. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah. So not
quite
as weird
that
as flavor
Austin.
Of weird, but still in the weird realm of like I was looking at the patrons doing their thing. And I'm like, okay.
So they got food at this place? They got beers at this place? What's the situation?
Food trucks were outside.
Okay, so food accessible.
Yes, food accessible. As soon as I saw they had a bar set up going, you know what I did? Tall boy Modelo. I mean that's what we do.
That's the official drink of the Big Zinc Boys back
it
here.
It sure is. I meant to. Man, I got a Modelo shirt at Ross earlier. I meant to show you.
No way, you got a Modelo shirt at Ross?
I sure did.
I saw on Instagram you were at Ross.
Yeah. Well, I sure was. Yeah. I spent about 80% of my time there, or a Burlington, or a TJ Maxx.
I get. Trust me, when I had money, I spent a lot of time at those places.
You get it. Yeah, you get it. Fantastic venue though. I mean, they had TVs up showing the sports, whatever sports were on that night, and then all sorts of. I mean, you had University
sure.
Cincinnati flags, items. UK was represented there. And then of course the Bengals all throughout. So sweet venue.
Awesome.
I'd like to revisit. Yeah, definitely recommend it for anybody.
Yeah, it looked like they had tons of space there. It was great. I really liked the setup that OVW walked in. It felt very. I hate to, grab for something. I don't know, but it felt kind of ECW-ish. It felt kind of
the studio, weird angles.
Well, studio television outside of a studio.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is kind of what it felt like. And that was like so good. That was what ECW basically did, was television wrestling outside of a studio. And I kind of liked the aesthetic here. What's old is new, and, you know, low-rise jeans are back. So, you know, the 90s are back, late 2000s are back. Why not steal a little ECW?
Yeah.
So, you guys liked the cinematography work here?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I had to catch the, replay and everything to see how it looked on TV. But they did have the broadcast on the TVs they had set up, too, by the ramp there. And it was – I didn't even talk about the crowd yet. I'm about to get to that. But presentation looked great both at the venue – on YouTube, and then the crowd was fantastic. I mean, yeah,
it was interesting because
really
I watched some of the dark matches, which aren't on here, but they were interesting, and you could definitely tell. Like the last dark match had a certain level of volume, but when they came in on that first match that we're going to talk about today, it was significantly louder. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to get much time to talk about the rise from the previous Thursday, but there is one.
Well, actually,
yeah,
it's still my birthday. I'm gonna go ahead. It's still Leo season. I'm gonna go ahead and tell my story that I didn't even tell on Asleep at the Wheel. I've been saving for this podcast.
Well, we're so look. How was your birthday? First of all,
thank you for asking. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I had a lot of fun. It was really fantastic. On Friday night, I went to a live podcast of one of my very favorite podcasts, Trillbilly Workers Party, who are located in Lexington, not from Lexington originally, but located in Lexington now. Had their live show here. It was packed. It was really, really cool to be around fans of this very niche thing that I like.
Where was the live show?
It was downtown Lexington, Institute 193.
I know that place well. That is a nice venue.
I actually saw for the first time in over a decade the person who trained me to be on WRFL.
Wow.
Which was very, very cool.
Trainer.
Which was very, very cool. Cool. Cheyenne, one of the, just one of the goats of college radio in general, has not only worked at WRFL, but has worked at stations much bigger and much more influential than WRFL, with a much bigger reach than WRFL. And they're fantastic. They're fantastic. So got to run into them, which was awesome. But I went with my mom. Which was like cool. Hang out with your mom on your birthday, right?
Sure.
Or your birthday weekend. And it's a political podcast and not her kind of politics. So I kind of wanted to throw her into this.
The deep end and see if she could swim.
Yeah, she actually ended up having fun. She paid attention enough for us to have a conversation about what was talked about, which was more than I expected. But
that's cool.
Another one of my favorite podcast hosts was there, who does not live in Lexington, who is a lot more successful than the Trillbillies podcast. Brian Quinby, from the host of Guys, a podcast about guys.
Wow.
You're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, so he just walks in.
Because I know you like guys.
Guys, a podcast about guys.
The podcast guys.
Is and Brian himself, even beyond his work with guys, is very influential to me. He was on a program for a really long time called Street Fight Radio that I was a fan of as well. And then he kind of did all of Street Fight for no money and started Guys as like a way to just be like, hey, I'm tired of not making money with my talents, right? Mm-hmm. And Guys is extremely fascinating. Guys is a very, very funny podcast.
I did listen to my first episode of Guys recently when they did Dungeons & Dragons Guys, because I am, in fact, a Dungeons & Dragons guy.
Don't blame you.
And I enjoyed the episode very much.
When you're not listening to this podcast, Guys, a podcast about guys, is great. And they don't do ads or anything like that. It's just a really easy listen. But he also hosts a wrestling podcast. And he talks a lot about wrestling on Guys as well. And there's a moment where it's pretty silent. And him and his wife and some of his friends, a guy that I actually recognize from Twitter from 15 years ago, Rob Wisman, who's like kind of an internet creator, from Moorhead of all places, was there. And there's a moment where he is standing next to me, Brian Quinby, this guy that I admire, this guy that has influenced this podcast a lot, a wrestling fan, a guy that on this show and Death to the Fed I have wholesale stolen
whole segments.
Not segments, but insights from. And I've always been fair to say, hey, this is not my idea. I heard this on Wrestling Brain. I heard this on Hire Brian. And it's silent. and I know that like I'm 99% sure he was not paying attention to anything that was going on. The first question my mom asked me is, so are you still doing OVW? The OVW podcast? Are you still doing your wrestling podcast? And I was just like, Mom, not
loud enough for
Yes,
Brian to
yes,
hear.
yes.
Oh, see, Mom coming in clutch.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. There you
And
go.
she did not know who he was. I did not, and I'm sitting.
So she just sensed it.
Yes, I am mortified. I am
love
sitting.
it.
I am sitting mortified that it looks like we're putting on like a dog and pony show for this guy to like turn around and be like, "Oh, are you a wrestling podcaster?" Because I'm a wrestling podcaster. And I just was like, Mom, stop.
You were 15 again.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. As a 35-year-old man, I was 15 again. And he finally went away, and my mom was just like, I don't think he was thinking that. And I was like, I don't know, Mom. He's pretty neurotic. And she was like, well, so are you, apparently. And I was like, yeah, why do you think I like his show? He's like one of the only people that I hear be as neurotic as I am in public all the time that's not named Larry David. And like, it was just, yeah, I just want to let everybody know. And I love my mother. Love my mother to death. I gave her a present for my birthday.
Good son.
But moms never stop embarrassing you. They will
No.
always find a way, even when they do not know that they are embarrassing
You
you.
gotta love that she just had the sense of it. Like, here's a moment where, yeah, this needs to. As a dad, I just gotta, for the love of the game, I just appreciate it. So
Yeah, it was terrible. Now, you were talking about something that was less important. What was that? No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
It
no.
actually was very important.
No,
it actually was really
yeah,
important.
see, look at you, always with that. So yeah, let's. Before we move on, I do want to talk about Race for the Crown, which I certainly want to hear you guys talk about.
Star Rider met my mom, actually.
So
Crazy enough.
Yeah.
Austin Riker, the Star Rider himself. I said last week that it would be a super sad ending to the Star Rider story if he ended up leaving the company in this match, and it turns out we had a super sad ending to the Star Rider story because he
sure
left the
did.
company.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, what say you about this sad turn of events, really?
Salute
I'll
Star
try.
Rider.
I'll
Yeah,
try.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I would love to come on here and be like, I called it. I would love to come on here and retroactively give myself credit for a fear that I had. Not a theory, not something that I wanted to see happen, not something that I honestly thought was going to happen, but a fear that I had. And like, I'm not anywhere near as good as other people are at this, but a lesser broadcaster than me, and somehow there are a few of them, somehow there are people that are lesser than me on a microphone, would take credit for that. And I won't, because I don't, because it brings me no joy.
Right,
Because it
yeah.
brings me no joy to say that the former Star Rider, the current Austin Riker, is seemingly out of Ohio Valley Wrestling. Having said that, it felt like, to borrow my own wording, for a long time, especially post-mask, this was a guy that was not moving anywhere.
He was trading water. Yeah.
And sometimes when a performer that you love and a guy that's been super nice to you, nicer than you ever deserve, like Star Rider has been to us,
Extremely nice guy.
sometimes whenever you get put in a situation where you have to speak honestly about them, it can be hard. But back to, I guess, kind of the point, I don't enjoy saying that my fears were confirmed. But they were. I mean, like, let's be honest. Let's look at the run. This was a guy that had nowhere to go.
Well, yeah, we had been on a downhill slide most of this year with him, unfortunately. That's why I said this is a tragic way to see it actually end, because it ended with a whimper.
And Brian Allen, on the way out, you have feuds with the top two heels in the company.
Yes.
And lose.
Yep. Yeah. I'll give you that credit, absolutely. I mean, the tape doesn't lie. Where even from the beginning stages of that first feud with Tony Evans, you know, you did kind of have that script That's facts right there of the and you included the fears you had, not stuff you wanted to happen, but just like a, hey, this is out there kind of thing. And that was at the time it was this, it was cooking, and now sad ass outcome. I mean, seriously, it sucks. Dang it.
No, I mean,
but it's still, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, you had it, man.
I just didn't want
the
like.
script,
Yeah. That's our in kayfabe.
Right.
Maybe
right.
can
Yeah.
define what kayfabe is between wrestling and this show
Yeah,
and whatever. You can
and-
define that
yeah,
for yourself.
yeah. It's
I'm sure
weird.
you have some ideas. That's kind of, I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's a mix of head and heart right there. Like to harken back to one of the kind of foundational concepts of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a little head, maybe that's a little heart. Now let's go full head. Let's go full what I know to be true about OVW.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood is back in 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin Thorne was back after 20 fucking years.
Yeah. Jack Vaughn.
Nothing's
pop around
forever.
Soon.
Jack Vaughn,
We'll see him
your
soon.
guys will, nothing is forever, nothing is concrete. Also, nothing is predictable.
Right.
Well, and nothing's ever finished in wrestling. Wrestling,
100%.
like comic books,
Yeah,
is
like
all
comics,
about
yeah.
the second act. There
Yeah.
is a third act in wrestling means you're dying. Don't do that.
yeah.
Just keep having that second act for all of time. So yes, he can always come back.
Austin Riker, in the form that he was in, was nowhere near dying, nowhere near the end of his career, right?
Looking
Still-
great,
Still
best
looking
shape.
Yeah,
great.
best shape he's been in, and a good-looking guy.
Oh,
to harken back to often spoken tropes about Star Rider, good-looking guy under that mask.
Oh yeah.
So, like, is his time in OVW done? Seemingly, from a story point perspective. Outside of kayfabe, could he be back in 6 months? Yeah, absolutely. What we can't do is speak for the individual Austin Riker
Right.
and what his plans are. And he does pop around other places. He does have other things. He's been wrestling long enough that he knows a lot of people and has options. I don't know. It's neither good nor bad that Austin Riker is no longer in OVW. I hate it because I like him as a guy.
Yeah.
I hate it because I like the character. I hate it because he's a guy that has given me a lot of moments. I mean, this is before your time, but I have nightmares of Star Rider getting closed up in between the scissor grip of a ladder.
Oh gosh.
At a certain Christmas chaos not too long ago.
I have nightmares about that.
Because it was awful.
Wow.
It's the most awful thing I've ever seen in person.
So I'm not saying this out
Seriously.
of a callousness or of an ambivalence towards Star Rider, but I'm saying for the guy himself, I can't comment on whether or not this is good or bad for him. For OVW, they'll go on.
Yeah.
We're entering year 31 of this thing next year.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
However-
1,400 and some episodes. So.
No matter what, as we always do on this podcast, we wish you the best of luck. We love you, dude.
Yeah. Seriously.
Come talk to us one more time, maybe.
Yeah, if you have the time and the want, we'd love to have you. I still owe you one. While we're speaking, just me and you, Star. Austin. I owe you a big one. And maybe this is the big one. I don't know. But that's kind of my 2 cents on it is OVW is a revolving door. World of Wrestling is a revolving door. There's no nevers. There's no always. There's no finality. If you're a Star Rider fan, fortunately, you live in the age of the internet, and he is easier to follow more than ever. If you're an Austin Riker fan, he's easier to follow more than ever.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling he's going to keep doing what he's been doing wherever he's at.
Killing it. Yeah.
We love you, Star.
Yeah.
Austin.
Absolutely.
Austin. We'll see you further down the road.
Yeah, no, that's
Absolutely.
going to be the thing is like he's always just going to be Star to me.
I may or may not on Thursday evening, after I got a text from somebody saying, I'm not crying, you're crying, I may have actually sat down and wrote some poetry about the subject of the fall of the Star Rider.
Oh, you're going to do
really cool.
No.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do
just
it.
You do
saying
it on the
right
show?
now. It affected me. And you
Right
know,
now. Yep.
you know as well as anybody. This has happened to you before,
I
Mr.
have.
Oakes.
I have.
So-
I wrote poetry. I wrote Poetry about J. Manuel Vincia. It's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's out there if you want to read it. I also wrote a review of the Pat McAfee album last night, but we might get into that later.
Oh my! Well, I had a few.
Oh, it's bad, and I listened to the whole thing.
Wow, really? The whole? I got about.
I couldn't turn it off. Oh, you didn't even get past what's the name of?
I listened to 2 or 3 different ones.
A shotgun and a dog, or whatever the name of the first song is.
Pat McAfee, controversial figure.
Yeah, Diary of a Controversial Figure.
Yeah.
Is the name of the album.
Available on Spotify if you feel like hurting yourself.
I was cooking on that review though. Like I got into it and realized that there was like about 4 different ideas all running concurrently and that it needed to be cleaned up a little bit. But there was some stuff in there where I was like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to edit this all down. I'm cooking on this.
The Pat McAfee era has been so interesting. I mean, this is
He did say he's never going back to WWE again.
Right. I mean, this was just the personal aspect to it. Like, I mean, this was a guy who was one of my favorite players in the NFL.
You are
on
a
my
Colts
favorite
guy.
Team. We know he's the boomstick. That's his nickname, Pat. And the way he left was very weird. Middle of the night retirement from the punter, from one of the best in the league, was weird. And then it started this interesting trajectory that we are still experiencing and just taking all in right now. And when you said album last night, I wasn't even really putting it all together.
You didn't even know
I didn't even know that was happening.
You didn't know? You're not.
I sure did not.
Oh, see, you're just not up on the really popular music, Brian. You're just.
Music. I'm glad you said that. Music for me is weird. Where I am one of the biggest music people as far as like the actual content of music, the stuff that hits your ears and everything into it. But the politics of music, I am terrible with. I cannot name band members, musical groups. I can't name them off. I'll be like Parliament. I don't know. I can't name.
Bernie Worrell, George Clinton, Bootsy Collins, Eddie Hazel.
It could even be like someone like Lil Wayne. Name off like 10 of his songs, and it'll probably take me like a few minutes. Like
solo or feature.
Well, I mean, even
all right.
Hold on. You guys ready to hear some radio shit? I'm about to put a big fucking bow on this shit.
You got it. Yeah.
Who's back? Is what's his name? The punter.
Pat
McAfee.
Yeah.
Is Pat McAfee back in the WWE before Starrider is back at OVW? Austin Riker is back at OVW.
With who is running WWE, I'm going with the Pat first.
Pat's back.
I'm just.
Guess who's Pat?
Yeah, they got that card because they'll have people boo even more, and they'll think that's great heat. And then
McAfee's back.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go Star Rider.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Austin Riker's back at OVW before Pat McAfee's back at WWE.
It could be tomorrow, bro. We know.
He could get a new mask and a new identity, a la the.
Now that'd be
like the Junkyard Dog. Like when the Junkyard Dog was oh gosh, what was the Junkyard Dog character's name? It was like so obviously him. But
I'm thinking of the time that Hulk Hogan took on a mask, like as the real American or the
Patriot.
Super American. Yeah, the American Patriot. Whatever it was just, it was so insane. And I would love to see Austin just do that.
You got your notes in front of you?
No.
Okay, I'll do it. Every Thursday at Hot Point Davis Arena.
We blow out our microphones.
First doors at 5:45. First match at 6:15. OVW Overdrive at 6:30. Rise at 7 p.m. proper for a live television taping. Acura of Lexington on August 29th. That's a free show. It's a fun show. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give everybody a piece of advice.
Coming up.
It is coming up. It's a week from this Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. I'll be in Atlanta Saturday, which will be fun.
Nice.
Maybe I'll... No, she's the queen now. I'm not even going to try to get in touch with her. But
good.
The 29th, Country Boy will be there. If you have one of the big blue Country Boy cups, bring it. You'll get beer cheaper. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
It's in my Jeep ready to go.
I've got like 7 of those things. It's my milk cup. That's why I'd pour 32 ounces of milk in that and drink it all within 3 or 4 minutes before I go to bed.
I don't blame you one bit.
Wow.
Yep. Been putting on a lot of weight recently. That probably doesn't help. Tickets for all of those events, more information for all of those events, and for all upcoming events can be found at ovwrestling.com. We will be back right after this.
Hey, folks. Tiny Brian here with you. Listen.
Camera's on you, right?
The camera is, in fact, on me.
Cool.
Hello. Yes, the camera's right here. Hey, guys. We have a Patreon. I'm not going to... You know how to find it if you want it. But
I already told my unique Kentucky story about meeting my podcast heroes.
that is true. That story is the kind of story you might find on Bluegrass Homefront, which is bluegrasshomefront.com, Bluegrass Homefront, wherever you get your podcasts.
We're going to get back on the Patreon stuff, we promise. It's been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a weird summer.
Listen, Brian Allen's going on vacation. He's going to this music festival. He's got to pay for it somehow. So we'll be back on the Patreon.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, you heard from the Big Zinc Boys themselves that they're ready to get back to it.
The big knee boys.
Yeah, the big knee-boned Zinc Boys. It'll get cool, guys. Sooner or later, they'll put full pants back on. I don't know when. Maybe they'll take
Probably
more
not.
pants off.
There you go. See, we're already in the.
Maybe I won't be able to put this on YouTube.
Maybe by the time that camera switches around, it's.
You don't know what's gonna be on the other side of this camera.
Oh goodness! Now I'm a little afraid to turn the camera back around, but I'm tired of you looking at me. So Bluegrass Homefront, Patreon.com/OVW, Blue Rose, Divine Spirits, Victory Industrial. If you have car parts and needless that.
Shout out.
Now back to the OVW pod. Hey, Brian Allen sells security cameras. Buy security
systems
cameras
and cameras. Yes,
Omni Puma on Twitch.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you
do
so
that.
much.
And if you want to sponsor me for the Pokemon regionals in Louisville next year, send me a DM on X the Everything app.
There you go.
You have an X account?
I'm sure there's one still out there. I don't own one. I have not been on it since it's been called X.
Good.
Okay. Those things.
I have an idea what it might be called.
So it's not so much that Jackman is not on social media as much as Jackman has abandoned his social media.
Right. Yeah. Maybe if anyone's looking for it, No Bunny Valentine. Maybe might be the social media. You guys can find it and whatever offensive shit I said on there 10 years ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I just realized this camera's still on me. So
maybe I shouldn't have given that
leave
out.
it. Rest of the show.
No.
Yeah.
Those things. Now back to the OVW podcast already in progress.
All right. Let's talk about this first match of the evening here. It's the men's race for the crown quarterfinal elimination match.
Mm-hmm.
So
We start with
the
8.
team that wins is the what? How do Brian Allen?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What is the rules here?
I won't lie. I'll say more so when the match ended. Kind of when the match started, and especially when it ended, I was like, I know they popped up the rules for the people at home a lot.
If you guys need help, I do know the rules.
They
to this
popped
match.
up a lot, but I was like, I feel like there was a miscommunication because I thought this was going differently than how it went.
Yeah, me
I thought
too.
the ladders were coming out that moment after them.
Me too, a little bit. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, so you do have the official rules.
Yes.
Yes,
So
let's
this
hear it
started
again,
out
yeah.
as a 4-on-4 tag team match with specific teams. And they basically went, and it was an elimination match. So when you were pinned, you were gone. Match continued.
Okay.
And they eliminated 4 people, and then the match ended. And those, like on your notes, those 4 people were not on a team.
Those two. So we start with 6.
We start with 8. We start with 8. We end up with 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
They divide the field in half,
And then they
those
go
4
to the
will
ladder
have-
match.
Yes, they'll go to the.
Okay.
Well, and then no.
Well, the
they'll
4
have
have their own bouts.
Yeah, then the 4 of them have individual matches, and then the 2 who win those individual matches then have their ladder match because it just needs to be more complicated.
See, that's what got me. I thought it was 4-man ladder match versus
that's what I
we're
thought.
going.
It may
old
have been
school
at one
1v1.
point,
but
I feel like it may have been at one
I
point.
thought so too.
yeah, but hey, it still worked out.
But that means that Dustin Jackson, Cal Hero, they've competed in 3
Yeah,
separate matches.
They pulled off 3, yeah, and just go through the night. I was talking about how impressive that was to my new friend Clayton that I made out there.
Oh, shout out to Clayton. What's Clayton?
Clayton, seriously, thank you. I think Clouton, you got the clout, especially for following the podcast. Thank you so much for that. He's a Lexington native, but just moved up to Cincy recently. So,
right on.
Yeah, we had
Right
a great conversation. He just got into wrestling. He's about 2 years into it, and he said, I want to go to more live shows. So he went to OVW. And there's
Great place
not
to be.
a better way to gauge how much of a mark you are, or if like unbiased opinion, like these are the things you see, like this is how it really is when you have a new fan beside you experiencing it too.
100%. Like, and wrestling is one of those few places like where you go to a concert and you know who's been to 1,000 concerts.
Yeah.
They're in the back. They're
pros,
They got their hands in their pockets. They're talking.
Yeah.
They're talking. They're not there. They're there to socialize.
There you go.
You go to a wrestling show, you can't tell who's been to 1,000 wrestling shows and who hasn't. Everybody's losing their damn minds. It's great.
Yep.
It's great. So I'm glad. Shout out to Clayton if
Yeah.
you're listening, Clayton.
Yeah, seriously.
Speaking of clout, and I do need to address this. And I mean, it was my birthday week, and I did take great offense to this. My birthday month, my birthday season. I saw this
Your
little
birthday
thing,
year.
and I know that I'm not on social media, but I see things sometimes. And I see this post going around on the OVW fan zone, and it says, "Who non-OVW related talent would you want to be on a reality show?" And it said a couple of our friends, right? And I said those are good choices. And I looked at one of these other choices, and I said, "Oh, the guy that's been on 50 episodes of the show." Brian Allen, you want Brian Allen to be on the fake Tough Enough that you're fan casting? Not Jackman Oaks, who's been on 153 episodes of the show.
Say that myself. I was like, "Oh man."
But Jackman,
Right.
but to be clear, Jackman is fine with it. He's fine. He's good. He's not at all upset. He just wanted to bring it out.
No, Wrestling 24/7. Seriously, thank you for the shout out. Love your post on there.
Wrestling 24/7 is undefeated.
I can't do it unless Jackman's on there too. I wouldn't be able to.
No, I'm not interested. Not interested. Nope, not interested.
No, you sent that text. I was like, it's one of the most random name appearances in my life I've ever seen. But
Didn't I
love it.
screenshot that and send that to the group? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nope, I saw it on my own Vice. I knew it way before you
saw
sent it. Yeah. I'd had an appropriate amount.
That.
My response was so measured that evening because I'd had an appropriate amount of time to stew on it.
I see. So once again, it's not so much that Jackman is not on social media, is that Jackman has
I see
abandoned
what I want to
social
see. I
media,
see what I want to see.
and he is in stealth mode on social
I
media.
see what I want to see. I'm a lurker,
It's a nuanced
like
point.
a camper.
I like nuance. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, well, have fun with your little career. I'm so glad that you got your start here on OVW podcast. So Dustin Jackson and Cal Hero out of this match. That's like, let me say this. It was so obvious when we got to the end that this was going to be where we got.
Yes.
We, of course, the main event of the evening has Cal Hero and Dustin Jackson in it, and finishes with Cal Hero and Dustin Jackson, right? And it's so obvious that this was where we were going after the events of this night, like, evened out, right? I was just like, oh, yeah, duh, we're going back to Cal and Dustin and stuff, because that is, even though they've been separated for a little bit, still the feud in the company with the most meat on the bone. It's not Jay De Niro, which got personal. It's not J.J. Lawson and Brendan Balling, which was a lot of fun. It's not the Only Bros and the Revolver Tony Gunn.
Yeah, the gun group. There you go.
The old heads.
It's not.
Gun group.
It's not that. The most important meat on the bone feud in the company is still Dustin Jackson Cal Hero. And that was kind of, I think, the mission statement of this evening. Now, we had a ton of great wrestling and we saw all of our favorites, but it's so obvious in retrospect that this was designed to get back to Cal versus Dustin.
Yeah.
Which gets Cal back in the championship picture.
Right.
Yeah. And I want to throw in, like, I completely forgot to get our replay going here. It's just been stuck on Steven.
On Steven with all the drip,
With all the aura right here when his entrance here, and I was like, we probably would have got through the whole show with just Steven there. I would have been fine. I wouldn't even have realized.
I do want to say before we move on, Dustin Jackson, Cal Hero, Steven Steele, Tony Evans are in our main event, our ladder match. I don't want to speak for you, but is it a safe assumption that the Big Zinc Boys are in sync, where we're kind of like, man, I kind of wish, what if What if Brendan Bollig, Mario Perdue, Meadow, and Tommy Boy was the main event?
Well, that was my thing. You know,
Get up on that headset a little bit.
I was sitting there and thinking like, just that really. I was like, I kind of know where this is gonna go, but what if we do this though?
What if we just did something weird?
What if it was Mario Perdue and a Bolling, you know, at the for the ladder match to get the crown, to be the king. Oh.
And you've got your stars out there, but man, Tommy is good.
Oh yeah, he is.
Mario Perdue, watching Mario move in this match was like a drink of water in the desert. Mario is smooth, man. He's silky. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds. Brendan Bolling, the standout star of 2026. Brendan Bolling.
Yeah, I mean.
Meadow,
hard to beat him, hard to pick someone else. Yeah,
Meadows, had a ton of great segments.
A lot of the new faces have just been in stride.
Would have been fun,
mm-hmm.
but I get obviously not territory, but
mm-hmm.
you're in front of some new faces. You're
mm-hmm.
at a premium live event outside of your home turf.
Mm-hmm.
You move the stars up.
Yeah.
But it says a lot about these other 4 competitors in this 8-man match that. At least on this side of the camera.
Yeah.
And for these two, we would have been just as happy.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
This works.
It would have been different.
Works. Yeah, it sure would have.
Would have been way different. Tommy Boy would have won.
Hey, man, I was putting my stock in.
I kind of want Tommy Boy win. All right, so up next we see Jake Lawless, Damone Salavino, and Jake Redondo. We don't know that guy, right? Don't recognize him.
I think this is his second match in OVW.
Well, good for him. Mazel tov.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Damone Salavino, perennial OVW performer.
Mm-hmm.
Jake
mm-hmm.
Lawless can say the same for himself.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about this a lot in terms of being able to pencil performers in based on their reliability on screen, basically.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was kind of the same story with Jake Lawless here?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, especially when you got one guy that's, very new to OVW, one that, we see a fair amount here and there, and then it's like throw Jake in there, that perfect, like, you can kind of have him work with anyone. It's going to be a good match.
Yep.
And
Jake's
he is
peanut
going
butter man
to make, that face or whatever faces are in that match against him, he's going to elevate them and be like, make it obvious, hey, I'm the bad guy.
Yep.
Cheer for him. And that's really what we got here.
And in front of new faces, there's nobody better almost than Jake Lawless.
Mm-hmm.
And part of Jake Lawless's skill is he doesn't always have to be like you can throw him in front of anybody. You say, hey, here, just go. Here's what you are tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And he can do it.
Yeah.
And I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him on one night be a heel at Davis and a baby somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys have that skill, that
Yeah.
talent, that
It's
presentation.
hard. That duality, man. It's hard.
But obviously Jake is firmly a heel as far as OVW goes on television, even down to this night using a chain to take the victory. And then little overkill, goes ahead and hits the flawless kick after the strike with the chain.
Ooh, yeah.
Jake Lawless takes the victory.
Yep.
All right. So this is a big one for both of us. Kirko Kai versus J3.
Oh, yeah.
The feud.
Yep.
Kirko Vaughn. Talks shit on the internet, and he goes out and kills people. That's what he does. He's a killer. He's
nasty.
He's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
He's gross. He's disgusting.
Gross, disgusting, yeah. Rancid.
And I love him.
Yeah.
Oh,
You sure
God.
do.
Oh, my
sure
gosh. I
do.
love Kirko Kai so much, dude.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the fact that we weren't able to get to him that last time we had an interview day here? Like, it gets a little scarier for me all the time.
We can't touch him. He's too big for us now.
Yeah. He's blown right past us.
He really, and that, it speaks a lot. It's been a while since we told that story, but Kirko showed up here, open call, we'll get to you if we can. Hung out, super positive attitude, great kid. Came with not only his comfortable clothes, but his camera clothes. Just knew what the assignment was.
A couple outfits of
outfits.
There you
Was fantastic and affable and all of this stuff. It left me with a very good impression. I see him on TV, and I'm like, where's that guy? Like, that guy doesn't exist when Kirk goes on TV. Like, the guy I met holds doors open, helps old ladies cross the street.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kirk Vaughn didn't do that shit, dog.
No.
The guy's a killer.
He is. He's every adjective we used and more. And this has been brewing. They did have their bout on Overdrive, but I mean, throw that in the pot of how we got to this point.
Yeah, for sure.
To how much this meant. Even, with some newer people in the crowd, that might not be familiar with their history, they saw the intensity immediately.
The chemistry is there with these two guys. I mean, former tag team partners, obviously you have to have some sort of chemistry, but opposite sides of the ring, these guys have chemistry in a way that I don't think their tag team evened out to, right?
Mm-hmm. No,
like,
I agree.
They are more than the sum of their parts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of tag teams that we've covered in OVW, I think, that you can say that about, especially this young.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's hard in tag team wrestling everywhere, it feels like.
There's no Jannetty. There's no Jannetty here.
Yeah. No, that's the way to put it. Look at them. They were just aggressive match, man. It was exhausting. They were laid out multiple times, both of them, for a while.
Yeah.
Just to showcase how much each of them were putting everything they got
Physical,
into it. Yeah.
Spending every ounce of gasoline that they had in the tank.
Yeah.
To make this match happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was the good guy, though. The good guy won.
Yeah, it felt like it was that where that's where we're gonna go.
J3 won. Yeah. We love Kirk Okai. We will never stop glazing Kirk Okai over here.
Can't do that. No.
But I get it. J3 is a hot, vibrant baby face, and Kirko doesn't shed any of that aura that he has by losing.
No, not one bit. Not one bit. If anything, it raises a really cool question of where do either of them go from here. It could even be back in the ring again.
Possibly.
And that'd be fine.
Possibly.
But they both, like you said, red hot face, still a red hot heel. He didn't lose anything from this loss.
Yeah, I think that J3 I think they could go separate ways. I think J3 is made off of Kirko, and I think Kirko, assuming he doesn't become just a pin eater, has a lot left to go as well, and isn't like we said, isn't hurt by the maybe if this is the final, if this is the conclusion of their feud, he's not hurt by the end of it.
Nope, not at all. I couldn't agree more.
Kirko, come talk to us, please.
Oh yeah,
please. We just can't win tonight because up next we have a match between Adam Revolver with his tag team partner Tony Gunn and the incumbent OVW tag team champions, the Only Bros, Boy Toy Troy and Prime Jackson. We're big fans of the Only Bros, have been for a really long time here.
Funny guys.
Great guys.
Great guys, yeah.
What did you think of what kind of the circumstances surrounding this match, the execution of this match? What are some takeaways that you have?
Sadness is one of them. It's one takeaway, on based on the result we got. But it was really cool. A lot of people, again, the newer faces that have been there might have been watching, might not have seen this element, but it's really cool. This was a master student kind of thing going on here.
I like that.
Because
that a lot.
Those other two in that corner there, all over the academy, have helped so many young wrestlers, teaching them, even if it's not in the academy, they're still teaching them at all times.
Two of the most decorated guys individually and together of the entire history of the company.
Yep, 100%. So it really felt like that's what it was, mentor versus pupil kind of thing going on here. Even if you take out that element of what they've taught them in the ring, just from those segments we got, the storylines we got the past few weeks of, we're cutting it up in the back. Can y'all help us out? The Unk talks and everything.
Yeah.
We it's the classic guy. We've got some feat that happened. Their feat was winning the titles, and it's like we expected. The girls, the rides and everything, the money and all that, and we just getting our asses,
just
beat up a lot.
Wasn't in the cards for them.
Yeah,
and the Unks here knew to look for that, knew to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
and that's why they are our new tag team champions here at the end of the night.
Yeah, which is again. Even if you're the biggest only bro fan in the world, you got to give it up for those guys and how deserved any title run is for them.
100%. Couple of things I love Adam Revolver's desperation mustache goatee combo. So unk. Mustache goatee combo, super unk. And for kind of to touch on your last point there, anybody that might have shed a tear for the Only Bros losing this tag team title, I would say we're getting more of this.
Yeah.
Don't lose any sleep over it. I think the Only Bros will be tag team title holders again before too long. And I think they probably will end up giving Gunn and Revolver their comeuppance to regain those titles.
I like that. Yeah.
All right, so back to the race for the crown. We have Dustin Jackson and Steven Steele in a solos match. Dustin Jackson wins. We've already kind of covered this. We love Steven Steele. Like, give Steven Steele all the airtime you possibly can.
Yeah.
Guy's swagged out. Guy's got riz.
He made us, even if he didn't get that crown, he made his presence felt in Cincy that night.
But we've covered this. We know in this podcast, we're seeing Cal and we're seeing Dustin at the end.
Yeah.
We know it. Let's move on. This is your time to shine, baby.
Oh, yes.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I got some stuff to say about this one. I meant to text it in the chat that night, but I was like, oh, we'll save it. We'll save it. So, Icon Lee.
Shepherd of sheep.
Shepherd of sheep. And then JJ Lawson, shepherd of sauce or a feist.
Giver of sauce.
Yeah, giver of sauce. Came out there.
Actually in his domain of Cincinnati.
Yeah, very true. Let's see, can I get the replay up? We got a food.
We got a little bit. The booth is acting up.
Yeah. So something so interesting happened in this match, and we kind of talked about. We were like kind of brainstorming how could we get to this point, and I mean I think we saw it tonight.
I like where your head's at with this. I really like where your head's at with this.
But in that arena, I was like, Icon Lee there is cheers right now for an Icon Lee. A lot of them.
You're, of course, talking about a conversation that we've had on and off for the last few weeks of how do we make Icon Lee babyface?
Put him in Cincinnati versus JJ Lawson.
So do you think what do you think it was? Do you think it's hometown vibe?
It's a Canada thing.
a mix of that. A mix. I mean,
do you think it's hometown
vibe, but also just
how exactly hard the fix was in on this one.
Yeah. I mean, it was so interesting. I mean, when I was sitting there, I was like, wait, am I hearing right? And I was, talking to the new bro Clayton and everything, and he really liked Icon's presentation and everything. So if you're a new face that was coming in, I mean, look at it. You see the Magneto helmet. If you're a comic book fan, you're probably like, who's this guy? He's got a helmet that looks pretty familiar, whatever. It looks like Magneto. I like that.
At least it doesn't look like a Stormtrooper anymore. The old helmet really...
it was Stormtrooper.
Yeah, he's less Shockmaster-y now.
Yeah. And he's chiseled as hell.
He is, man. God damn, the boy's
can't argue with the routine.
Yeah.
0.3% body fat tops.
And you
have
throw
a
in
Snickers bar Icon.
You throw in the hometown element. It was just a beautiful night. Well, until maybe the ultimate result happened. But
you've got to hand it to Icon. He wrestled like a winner.
Yeah, he
entire match.
He sure did, and it was such a change up. I was telling the folks that I was like, at Hot Point, this is an unseen, like this. You don't hear this, you don't see this. I was like, this is crazy.
It's like when I went to an Impact show one time and they were booing Mahabali Shira, and I was like, what?
It's like,
I was like, we don't do this where I'm from.
Yeah,
sir, excuse me.
Yeah, it was I mean, I'll keep the glaze going for sure, but I'll throw it back to JJ now. I don't know. Still don't know how he plans what he does to win these matches in the very key moment when it looks like he's about to lose that title. Mm-hmm. But I guess keep doing it. I don't know who this other.
From a kayfabe perspective, is the double feist underneath the ring every week, and he's just like waiting to get the call where he's like, oh yeah, now I can go up there.
Yeah, good call or good question.
You're a guy that's on call all the time now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So. I'd go with that in kayfabe. I mean, I'd have my guy under the ring.
I'm forced to believe in kayfabe that the alternate JJ is
just
underneath there.
Oh
yes.
He's sneaking in there somehow. No one's catching him. And
I have a theory.
What's that? Yeah,
it's Evil Z. He's been looking for somebody to work for.
Okay.
I think he's working for Feist as the alternate Feist.
That's pretty damn good, brother. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty damn good.
I mean, that is pretty good.
Yeah, if you haven't caught on, maybe you remember a few weeks ago where there seemed to be a double of J.J. Lawson, our feisty boy underneath the ring. Bought him a little bit of time to win the match. Same thing happened here at Race for the Crown in Cincinnati. There is less reason than ever to believe that there's not two JJs.
Right.
Or 4 total J's.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's 4 total JJs.
Yeah,
maybe we got an
right.
Octo J.
Yeah, Octo. That's a lot of fights. A lot of Octo
That
mob.
may be the title now.
Octo J? Octo JJ?
Something like that, yeah.
Octo Feist?
If something better doesn't come along, yes.
You think you could rock those pants?
Fuck no, man. What do you
No
mean?
bell
No, I
bottoms?
couldn't rock these bell bottoms. I couldn't rock I wish I could rock the lacy thing that he wears up top, the like negligee.
Yeah, the that looks good.
Teddy?
I would like to be able to rock that, but that was probably about 55 pounds ago. And I was never that jacked either which way. So
Wait, something just occurred to me.
What's that?
Icon Lee, who famously, at least at one time, wore a stormtrooper helmet, was defeated by clones.
He was. Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
See the
Anyway,
Clone,
it was a great match.
The Clone Wars is interesting because
that's the wrong damn button.
it's like their Mark 1 armor versus their Mark. No, I'm not gonna start. But more Star Wars talk. Let's talk about the music conversation we had a few weeks back about what that's called.
Which one?
The-
that
no,
one.
let's not.
That
Yes,
one.
not do
For
that.
God's sake,
Yeah.
let's
That
not.
one.
Let's
Yeah.
not do that. That crown
The-
was looking good at the announcer.
The one where we discussed what the official canon name. I'm not gonna say it.
Of the music that's played
Of the
in the
music that's
cantina
played in the
and so
cantina
forth.
in Star Wars
the
is
butthead aliens when they're killing it.
Yeah.
There's a term for their genre.
Well, I'm actually starting, given the name of the genre, I think that they're like Fernium-shaped aliens and not necessarily butt-shaped. But
Oh my! I
you
can
know the
feel
guy
us
that-
sliding
that says
down.
that was the nicest word I could use.
It really was.
What's
So,
like the-
Jackman, what did you think of this match?
Which one?
We got Allen's Icon versus JJ.
Oh, I mean, I kind of touched on this. I thought Icon was wrestling in a way that I had never seen him wrestle. He was wrestling like a babyface.
Thought
He was
he had
wrestling like a guy that was going to win this match.
I swore he was.
I like how the JJ double had basically been burning long enough that the flame was about to go out, and they
then they brought it back.
reignited it here on the big moment out of town, pushing toward television next week, et cetera, and finally, I guess, final thought on the match is like, is this, to touch on my co-host, my friend's great point here, is this the thing? Was it actually this easy
Hey man.
to turn Icon babyface? I don't know. We'll see when we get back to 4400 Shepherd's Hill Road. I
Yes.
don't think it will be.
Yeah.
No, they don't like him very much at Davis Arena.
Yeah.
That's a harder room than
that
Cincinnati.
is a little harder.
But
for sure.
We've also, while we have a second, we have somehow neglected that PG-13 and Super Z are
in
in
the crowd
disguise
the whole
in the
time.
crowd.
yeah, they were doing their thing. Yeah, we were sitting a little bit behind them,
was
and,
great.
and
It's
they were
hilarious.
killing it. Yeah.
That was so funny, dude. Super Z in the full costume with a beanie on is actually like the funniest shit.
It's just so on brand, really.
Oh yeah.
and
It's
then
very
in
funny.
a Tony Evans shirt, which made me laugh.
Oh yeah.
But Tony
and then
Evans
the
is in like a
Boss
skibbity
Baby.
toilet in it.
The skibbity toilet.
What?
Yeah,
is
he's in a
he's in a
toilet.
It's
Yeah.
Boss Baby. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Boss-
that shirt.
he-
Oh, is he Boss? I thought he was in a toilet.
No, I
think
think,
it's-
he's Boss
well,
Baby.
Oh,
I think it might be Boss Baby in a toilet if I remember right. I need to look at the shirt. Can y'all pop?
Boss.
pop up
Yeah.
Super Z
Can we
again?
get the
Can we
the
find
booth
one
going
of
on here,
Yeah, we need
please?
the booth review. I think they were gone at this point.
No, they don't go away until Evil Z shows up and tries to hinge himself
Which
out
is
again.
actually we've passed it. We've just passed it.
Oh, so now's
um,
the time to talk about it.
So, well, yeah, we Super Z and PG-13 run off Evil Z. We're gonna see more of that stuff.
They sure do.
Cal Hero and Tony Evans.
Linda K. Stunner, by the way.
Yeah, we did see the Linda K. Stunner. We know we're out of town when the Linda K. Stunner comes out. While we're on the subject, moving forward, and I know we kind of blasted past the Steven Steele and Dustin Jackson match, and we're going to do much of the same thing here with the Tony Evans and Cal Hero match. I would like to say, at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I love the mat work here from these two guys. I love the story of this match. This was low-key sleeper match of the night for me.
Yeah.
Tony Evans and Cal Hero.
Mm-hmm.
This is a side of the two of them. Just when you thought that you had seen everything out of these two guys, they meet again, and they have a great match here, keeping all of the weight and the brevity ahead of the finals. Like, I mean, this is for a shot at the finals of Race for the Crown. These guys kept it going, and between this match and the final match that we see, no more question of where Cal Hero falls on the babyface heel alliance chart. Cal Hero is firmly a babyface after this evening.
Yeah. Took
Let's
on two of the. Oh, sorry.
No,
go
please.
Took on to your point. Yeah, took on two of the biggest heels in the company right now, and got one. The other one, things we'll
happen.
get there. Things happen, but yeah, solidified babyface right now.
Let's get here, though, since we've arrived. Women's ladder match for the Race for the Crown final. Killa Kai, Leela Hall, Shalance Royale. I wasn't shocked. Were you shocked?
No, not shocked. A lot of cool directions you could have went with this, but yeah, not shocked of that result.
I don't think that people would have batted an eye at Leela Hall.
No, not one bit.
I don't think people would have batted an eye at Killa Kai.
Not one bit. I know I wouldn't have.
But Shalance was the right choice. And it was maybe a foregone conclusion, much like the way that we got to the men's finals was. But goddamn how they got there was anything but a foregone conclusion. This was my match of the night.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
This was my match of the night.
I gotta agree with that one. I almost could have wished we got a few more ladies in there in this match. I feel like you could have had room for a few more talents in the back that could have made this even like crazier. But I can't critique something that was, again, that I would agree is match of the night too much. Yeah.
No, I mean this was brutal.
Yeah.
This was brutal. Killa Kai bumped like she was Leela Hall's size.
Yeah, yeah, she did, and Leela's their moment, up at her, and Shalance at the top, or it might have been when she was with Killa, and she had her leg up, and she was about to fall into the ladder that was below her and everything. I was just like that. I couldn't even. I don't think I got the guns for that. To do that. I was like, these ladies, all these competitors have guts, but especially in that ladder match right there, I just had to tip my hat. That's all I could do.
No, this was great. This was great. This was definition of like. I know the main event's next, or I know we're close to the main event, or, I know we're in kind of a weird slot, but the only thing y'all are going to talk about is this right here. And they rose to that occasion, realized that occasion, hit a dinger. I know she wasn't there. Kari Kaufman should have been there.
That would have been real cool.
But her three mates in that division hit dinger for her in her absence.
Absolutely did, yeah.
Shalance, congratulations. That big Crown Royal throne. Shalance goes and takes the throne. It's great. I did love a comment that I saw that was like, could have done without the alcohol. That's all it said. Could have done without the alcohol. It's not like they were drinking it at commentary. It's not. It's not like it was. It's a sponsored event. Like, I'm sorry if you. I've got some really bad news for you, especially over as like we continue down the path that we're on in this country. If you can't handle alcohol or betting as a sponsor for everything that you're going to be consuming, you might as well just tap out now.
Yeah, it's because it ain't, like you said, it ain't
going anywhere. If Vice bothers you in terms of advertising, I've got some really bad news for you.
Bad news, Barrett.
But I just thought it was so funny. Like, you would have thought that Josh was sloshed over here.
Oh, yeah.
You would have thought you would have thought there was empty bottles all over the commentary desk. Can we cool it with the alcohol, please?
I even complimented early in the show. I was like, hey, the bottles look nice there.
Crown
Royal's a nice looking bottle. It's royalty.
It is one of the, without a doubt, 5 most recognizable liquor brands in the world. If you're a fan of OVW and you're not a fan of alcohol, get over it. OVW got that check. OVW's getting bag right now.
And that helps the fans at the end of the day.
Velveteen bag.
Yeah, that velveteen bag.
Like, Yeah, I mean,
and we can't be happier.
And in a consumerism
100%.
world that's getting more consumerism by the day, I mean, the theme of their sponsor and everything, how they implemented that into kayfabe and how good the set looked, the thrones, and the crowd.
100%.
I was like, if you gotta do brand placement, ad play, that's the way.
It's
to
not
do
like
it.
Meta did it.
Yeah,
It's not like Palantir did it. It's not. It's there are so much more objectionable advertisers.
yeah.
It's not like Race to the Crown sponsored by Flock Cameras.
Yeah,
yeah, Palantir. Yeah, no, I mean, there's so much more objectionable sponsors with more money than Crown Royal, and it's a weird world to live in where companies have more money than alcohol brands. But that's where
Welcome
we're at.
to the world.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I just thought that was a nothing take that I've now made into 5 minutes. So let's talk about our. Oh, here's another great comment section take.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they had more than one women's match, but I wish they weren't next to each other. Like, sorry, that's how it worked out. That's how it worked out. What do you want? You want them to do a championship match, like the second match? You want J3 and Kirko to go on next to the main event? Come on. Just think about what you're saying before you say it sometimes. I don't, and I know that that's ironic for me to say, but I promise you, if you just think about things for a little bit, it'll be better for you. But let's talk about Miss Larkin and J-Rod here.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, they cut a promo before, or they had a little video thing for J-Rod.
J-Rod's in like a badass car.
Yeah, I just want to compliment. I was that's a nice ride.
Yeah,
that's a nice damn ride. And that's a cool shot to do for your women's champ. That's a great video package to do.
She's a star.
Yeah,
I mean,
she sure is. And they played into the fact that she'd been on the tour and everything, and she's like, Larkin, if you're like me, you'd be doing this too, busy and stuff. So good banter, good storyline stuff, implemented with her being out the office for a bit, taking care of things. So build up was there, when the bell rung. I did really like the spot for it being the penultimate match. I mean, it had those stakes there. There weren't ladders involved or exactly a lot of we didn't have chairs and tables out there, but the intensity was still there. We had a title on the line and plenty of story still.
Plenty of story. Not a lot of time to execute it, but plenty of story.
Yeah.
I guess kind of J-Rod retains.
Right.
Larkin loses. Larkin was the last person in the Evans family for Tommy to fuck up on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've been talking about that a bit, how that's been a trend.
So now it really does seem like he's inadvertently screwed over every other member of the Evans family. This has to be the exit.
Yeah.
Or at least we're closer than we ever have been.
Yeah, it's the elephant right now. We know
it's the stuffed pig.
Yeah, it's the stuffed pig.
The elephant's behind you.
The elephant is, yeah. You got something? Yeah.
Is it possible that Jay De Niro has been pulling the strings of Tommy this whole time, and that this is all?
This is that UK. Patino went to Louisville to sync the program, thinking that you.
Patino did go to Louisville to sync their program. Congratulations, folks!
And what did he do? Why did he go to St. John's to sync their program too, or to take them to the NCAA champion or tournament?
Great things.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. Why did he go to Iona? Yeah, come on.
Because the man's got to eat.
That's why he went to Louisville too, and I won't tell you what he ate.
Yeah,
but
it's on Google. Look it up.
Italian.
Yeah,
That's why he was at the restaurant.
Yeah. What else do you do?
Okay, so yeah,
got something all over the floor really quickly. Spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of. Actually, we should. I want to take back referring to an Italian man's jism as spaghetti sauce. I feel like that was. I feel like that was racist. I feel like that was kind of racist.
Until you just hung that lampshade on it. Congratulations.
Let's talk about Dustin Jackson and Calvin. Let's talk about Dustin Jackson.
Let's do it. Let's stinking do it.
We've already given it away. Dustin Jackson wins.
Mm-hmm.
Let's harken back. Right choice, wrong choice. Dustin Jackson is now not only the heavyweight champion, but the king of OVW. What say you?
I mean, you might get me here. I like Dustin Jackson. Right choice. I mean, when he got the crown, and went over to the throne. I'm like, dang, you gave a man whose whole character is douchebag, and he's got the crown now too,
Yeah, baby.
which is technically maybe he doesn't go get a shot at something. He already has the heavyweight title.
Doesn't matter.
So it's just now he gets to really talk. When you give a talker like that actual creds too, it's like when Tony Evans became the U.S. title. He's the like that brings the trash talk to a whole new level of infuriating for people that ain't no rock with him.
I'm going right choice too. He's gonna be insufferable.
Oh yeah, it'll be
Can
great.
you imagine this guy coming out in a giant crown and the championship with just basically wearing? He might as well not even be wearing a shirt at all for how unbuttoned the shirt is. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
he's gonna be covered in oil. It's gonna be great.
Fantastic. High Point's gonna be so loud.
Oh, they're gonna hate it, and it's gonna be awesome.
It will be.
I'm gonna go right choice. I think this was great, and not only was it the right choice for to make Dustin Jackson, give him an excuse to be even more insufferable than it is the only way to pull Cal, as we said earlier in the episode, back firmly without question into the babyface field of the Moral Alliance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Cal is probably going to take the championship off of Dustin. This has all of the makings of either which way for either one of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Retirement from OVW.
Well,
I don't want to speak it in. We just lost Star.
We
We just
sure
lost
did.
Austin Riker. I don't want to speak it into existence. But this has all of the elements with the history that these two guys have and how hot this is right now and how hot this is off the back of Race for the Crown.
Mm-hmm.
This has all of the elements of a loser leaves OVW style match.
it does.
And that loser will be Cal Hero.
Ooh. Putting it out in the air now. Okay.
Any final thoughts?
That was hot, man. That take was whoop there up there, and I love it. I love that a lot. Final thoughts. Thank you very much to OVW and every single star, every single staff member, everyone that had something to do with coming up to Cincy, putting on a great show, both the product that we saw in that great venue, but on television as well. Helped me a lot that day after a pretty weird week and weird day. Thank you so much, seriously. And I know I'm not the only one that show probably, helped out a lot. So,
And shout out to Clayton, our new friend.
yes, shout out Clayton, seriously. If you made it this far in this podcast, your first listen.
Oh, yeah,
love
I'm
you,
sorry,
dog.
dude. I'm so
If you
sorry.
made it this far. No, but yeah, we'll have some fun. I mean, he wants to go to more live shows and get more into wrestling. So,
Yeah, hopefully we can run
Yeah.
into him soon.
oh, absolutely.
For our producer, Malachi Woodard. For our executive producer, Tiny Brian K. Woodard. For us, the Big Zinc Boys, the Slow Motion Tag Team, Jack Minogues and Brian Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Drink your water.
Yep.
Take your zinc.
Yep.
Be the best part of somebody's day. See you guys next week.
Night, folks.